Gdansk, Poland is home to the second oldest fair in the world. It's Jarmark Swietojanski, St. John's Fair, or Jarmark Dominikanski, St. Dominic's Fair, which was taking place during our latest visit to Poland, is a traditional summer fair that takes place annually in the heart of Gdansk, Poland, and it was now in its 763rd year. Dating back to the 13th century, it was originally held on St. John's Eve, June the 23rd, and St. John's Day, June the 24th. The name Swietojanski refers to this connection to St. John the Baptist in Polish. Over the centuries, the timing of the fair shifted to take advantage of better summer weather. Today it runs annually from late July to early August and is one of the largest and oldest ongoing events in Poland. So why is it also known as St. Dominic's Fair? St. Dominic, born Domingo de Guzman in Spain in 1170, was a Catholic priest who dedicated his life to preaching, teaching, and combating heresy, leaving a profound impact on the Church during the 13th century. He established the Dominican order with the aim of promoting and defending Catholic doctrine through preaching and education, focusing on intellectual pursuits and rigorous study of theology and philosophy. The order quickly gained popularity for its dedication to preaching, and its members, known as Dominicans, played a significant role in the medieval church. In 1227, Dominic's protege, St. Jacek Odrowonj, invited the order to his home country of Poland and chose Gdansk as the location for the first Dominican monastery. Then in 1260, Pope Alexander IV, in recognition of how hard the monks were working for the local community, granted them an indulgence in connection with their day of remembrance for their founder. In medieval times, severe and lengthy acts of penance were often assigned to atone for sins. Indulgences were church-sanctioned reductions in prescribed penances that could be earned by performing certain pious acts, pilgrimage, or charitable deeds. The granting of indulgences was often linked to special occasions or events, such as significant religious anniversaries, the dedication of churches, or the commemoration of saints and religious figures. In this case, the Dominican monks in Gdansk, also known as the Brothers of the Order of Preachers, were granted an indulgence by Pope Alexander IV in connection with their day of remembrance for their founder, St. Dominic. This indulgence likely attracted a considerable number of pilgrims and visitors to Gdansk as they sought to benefit from the spiritual benefits associated with it. To accommodate the influx of people and pilgrims, various merchants, traders and artisans started setting up stalls and temporary markets around the Dominican monastery. Over time, this convergence of religious and commercial activities evolved into a more structured event, which eventually became the Jarmark Dominikanski, or St. Dominic's Fair. In the 16th century, Giulio Ruggieri, the papal nuncio, described it thus: A great fair in honour of St. Dominic takes place. Germans, French, Flemish, English, Spanish and Portuguese all flock there, and 400 ships arrive at the port, loaded with French and Spanish wine, silk, olive oil, lemons, preserves and other Spanish produce, as well as Portuguese spices, tin and English fabric. There were also circus performers, acrobats and acting troupes. Now in 2023, 763 years later, people still visit Gdansk's 3-week-long Jarmark from all over the world, and this year we were privileged to be among them. The fair always opens with its official anthem. Each year a note is added to the existing melody. It's now said to be 760 notes long. Having missed this year's opening, I'd hoped to find a recording of the anthem online, but despite extensive searches, I've been unable to locate one so far. If you know where I can access such a recording, or if you have one you're willing to share, please comment below. During this vibrant, much anticipated celebration of culture, trade and entertainment, which took place from the 22nd of July to the 13th of August this year, the streets around the historic old town were transformed into a lively marketplace with colourful stalls and booths where hundreds of vendors and artisans offered a diverse array of goods, crafts and souvenirs. The wide range of products included traditional Polish handicrafts, jewellery, including the amber jewellery for which Gdansk is famous, clothing, accessories, home decorations, artwork, toys, sweet shops, and an array of food that included regional specialities. The fair also featured street performances, live music, dance shows and parades, with folk musicians, acrobats and other performers adding to the festive atmosphere by providing entertainment throughout the multi-week event. Locals and tourists alike were enjoying perusing the many stalls, sampling food and drinks, and soaking up the festive, lively atmosphere. The smells of grilled kielbasa sausage, gingerbread, and other treats filled the air. In 1972, a carmine cockerel became the official symbol of the fair. An attribute of the Greek god Hermes, patron of merchants and trade, the cockerel announces the breaking of dawn, so is also consistent with Christian symbolism. The symbol could be seen everywhere in Gdansk during the event. The event culminated in a big firework display over the Motława River, but unfortunately we had to return to the UK before that. For visitors interested in Polish culture and lively market events, Gdansk's fair is a treat not to be missed. You can get more information by visiting its official website at this link.
So now we have a deal. Visit me anytime you want. Visit Gdansk anytime.